So you know that we have done a lot of Dragy testing. We've Dragy tested David's Mustang here. We have Dragy tested my Crown Vic and even Casper a good while back. I'm over here at DV's doing some tuning work on the Ecoboost Mustang, which you'll be able to see on his channel coming up. And but yeah, I wanted to go over this Dragy because I've had some people asking about what is it, what does it do, and is it accurate? Stay tuned. So I'm a big fan of the Dragy, and I'm not sponsored by Dragy whatsoever. This is just me doing it. And I very seldomly promote parts or items on my channel. But today is a different case. Anything that works really well, I like to promote it because those companies have invested time and effort to bring a product to you, the consumer, that, you know, that needs to be told about. And I'm sure that there's other ones out on the market, and I can't speak to those, but we're going to talk about this Dragy, and let's get into what a Dragy actually is. First question, what is a Dragy? A Dragy is an accelerometer that connects to your smartphone device. It is pretty cool. It is very compact, and it records multiple things. It will do 0 to 60 times, 60 to 0 times, eighth mile times, quarter mile times, half mile times, and it will record G-forces off of a launch. So that is pretty impressive for such a small unit, just connecting to an app with your cell phone. Pretty cool. Years past, there were companies like G-Tech and others out there that were accelerometers, but you know, I'm not sure about the accuracy of it, but you know, they pretty much died off. I guess they may be still around, but I can tell you that the Dragy by far is pretty awesome, and it is accurate. Let's get into that. Now that you know what a Dragy is and what it does, you know, let's talk about how accurate it is. When I first got this, it's been a couple years ago, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I never did use it until I got Casper back on the road. And the first time that I used it, it was pretty impressive, as it showed Casper going 101 miles an hour. That gave me a lot of hope for when I went to the Dragstrip. And when I got to the Dragstrip, sure enough, it went 99 and some change on the first pass out. So there you go. But to understand accuracy with the Dragy, you've got to understand how time is calculated at the Dragstrip itself. You have this staging beams, and when you roll into the staging beams, you turn on a pre-stage followed by a stage bulb, and then the countdown begins when you leave. I typically leave on the last yellow. Of course, it depends on the vehicle that you're racing. The faster the vehicle, the faster the car will react, thus changing your reaction time. But the catch is, once you roll into the staging beam, the car has to be moving to trip the last beam, and that is when the timer begins counting your ET for that particular run. So what this basically means is you get a running start at the clocks for your ET. Even though it's minimum, it does affect it. I'm getting ready to insert some footage from when we took David Vizard's Ecoboost Mustang to the Dragstrip. I'm going to show you the Dragy times, and then I'm going to show you the actual Dragstrip, and I will be right back. what it looked like. I'm gonna reset Dragy. That was in regular mode. Oh yeah, we got a good one. So now that we have some data, what do we do with it? Well, let's analyze it. Let's look at this and see what we come up with. Now, I know that this is just 3 runs that we made at the Dragstrip on this particular day, using the Dragy to compare to the actual ET slip. But for our testing, if you average out the 3 runs, let's see here, come up to be 0.046 difference in ET average over the 3 runs and 0.89 miles per hour different over the 3 runs. I think that's pretty impressive if you ask me. But one of the coolest features about it is that little G-force line. If you look at this line in this picture right here, you can actually see on a run that I made where it actually spun the tires. You can see the dip at the very beginning of the graph, and that is an indication of spinning the tires. Same thing when I made the run in regular mode. You can see how the G-force graph is more smooth as the transmission is not shifting as hard compared to this run, where it was actually in drag mode. And you see the spikes pretty clear on each gear shift. I think it's pretty awesome. It's just another cool tool that this thing will do. It can even tell you if you're having a flare in your transmission, because if your transmission is slipping between gears, guess what? You're going to lose G-force. I think this pretty much wraps it up, but before I go, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, my viewers, people who comment, and anyone who's ever donated any super thanks or super chat money in the past, as this is my 200th video. I didn't know it was going to be this video. It's just the way it worked out. But I hope you learned something about this Dragy. And go to DragyMotorsport.com to check out more about it, and you can get your own. And that pretty much wraps this up. So until next time, this is Andy from Unity Motorsports Garage. I will catch you later.